Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. Before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waharakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, the men who rule well over Israel, and who also taught us this truth. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect that are pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth, and to the few sisters that are learning, and to those that support the ministry. Shalom. Yeah, it's the brother Yakana from the GMS Houston camp, coming back again with another installment of GMS Practicals. And it's just looking at some of the stuff going on in the news, man, mainly with Esau um, coming back, and they talking about repealing that lift, man. You know, where they once said you can go in here and you can go in there, and you don't have to put that, cover your face, cover your pie hole, so to speak, Not even talking about going back because it's a new, it's a new something coming. Not as strong as what was, but spreads faster. So they looking to go back into, making you cover up, so to speak. Um, which it's nothing but Esau just add, just keeping wood on the fire to keep that fire burning, that whole Vicky Vax burning. Because that hadn't gone nowhere, man. You know, it didn't do what it was supposed to do. But that's a trial run, man, getting ready for the Karagma. Um, but in anything else that he's doing, man, is an absolute abuse of power, man. And that's all this devil is. Well, that's all he knows, man. Salakia is operating and using having a absolute abuse of power, man. This dude is a egomaniac, man. You know, you look at all that he's done since he came into power. Coming out of the dark ages, his renaissance, um, up until now, man. You know, and the cold part is what he's done up until now isn't even gonna doesn't I mean it really Salaki, it doesn't pale in comparison, man, to what he's gonna do, you know. But in pursuant to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, by the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai himself. Oh, he gave Esau that power. But this devil, man, this deceiver, man, has abused his power every step of the way, every trip of the train, you know. But that's who he is. I'm gonna just bring out a couple of scriptures and go ahead and close out. You have to bear with me, man. I'm having a little trouble with that cough shit and catching my breath again. So I'll just jump right in. This is Micah chapter 2 and starting verse 1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." And that's Salaki, that's Esau in a nutshell, man. Because he's in the power seat to be able to do that. Now Jake can do that on a lower level, but not to this point, man. This guy Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man, he's taking it too far, man. You know, because he's power hungry, man. It says, "Woe to them," which woe means destruction to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. In other words, this man can't even go to sleep at night without working evil. He's in the bed thinking about what can I do to inflict more pain and evil upon the world. You know, Jake is in bed sleeping. Jake's in bed trying to get some. Jake's in bed watching the game or some other distraction Esau has out there. And Esau's in the bed thinking, how can I further oppress these people, man? Especially the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos and Native Americans, man. It says when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Going back to the joke, the power is given unto them, man. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And in the morning, they practice it. They'll sit there and ponder and think and scheme and plot and plan. And the next day, it ain't like Jake. Jake will sit there and think about what he would like to do to his supervisor and or some chick at work. His mind is just running the gambit on different shit. But he don't never go through with none of that. You know, he'll talk shit about Esau behind his back, but that's as far as Jake is going. You know, oh, man, they got this chick at work and blah blah blah, and he probably won't even talk to her. You know, or Jake is just more concerned about laying in the bed going to sleep as he don't want to go to work tomorrow. Whereas Esau, he's laying in bed, the ones in the power seat, scheming on what can I do tomorrow to inflict more hell on these people. And then it says, when it is morning, when it is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And it is. I mean, there ain't nothing you can do to stop that because they in the power seat. The only way this devil is going to be stopped is when Yahweh Shai comes back, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. When Yahweh Shai Hamashiach comes back and destroys this place, man, which will be done in an hour's time, believe it or not, an hour. Verse 2, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence. Well, I mean, that's his MO. Ever since Isaac gave him his blessing, which was the sword, you know, he told him, you're going to have the fatness of the land and the dew of heaven. You're going to have it all. But everything you get, you're going to get by the sword. And that's how he's got everything that he has. He uses his blessing well. You know, he's the master at the sword, man. Where's the proof? Well, the earth is given into his hands. Because he ain't went nowhere asking for nothing. He went in and took shit. And didn't care. Still don't. Says, and they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man at his house and his house, even a man at his heritage, man. Yeah, they go in and take houses all the time. Biggest way is, and talk to brothers in other camps, people in other cities, man. It's just the same thing, you know. Regentrification. They taking houses from Jake left and right, you know, and putting Jake out. Jake gonna take the big payday. But what makes all people so stupid, as the Most High said, they take the big payday, but they don't plan on getting another dwelling. Jake, first name Jake, I'm going to the mall. I'm buying a new car. Got to put some rims on it. All kind of stupid shit, man. You know, in the meantime, Esau done put you out, man. And you got absolutely nothing after that, you know. But it says, and they take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, which goes into nationalities. They got our people running around here saying that they black. Before that, it was African American, Negro, Negra, started out nigger, you know, and it's just colored, just different. Whatever Esau, Edom told our people they were, that's what they identified with. Everything except who we really are, which is the Hebrew Israelites. Okay? Verse 3 says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. So the Most High, for all you wacky-tacky Christians, is devising or has devised an evil, bad times against these Edomites, man. These so-called white people. The Most High has plotted and has a plan put into place to take this devil down. But I thought, according to the wacky-tacky Christians, who you call God, whose name is Yahweh, and he is a man of war, I thought who you call God loved everybody, you know, especially when y'all try to pull John 3 and 16 up, which you break that down wrong. But if he loved everybody, how come against this family does he devise an evil? And it says, do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks? You know, that's like being in one of them stocks. You can't get out of that shit. That's like being banded down or however for the guillotine. All you can do now is wait for the blade to drop. And it says, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go heartily, for this time is evil. So the evil that's going to befall this devil, but not until he come down with great wrath. Don't think we out the woods, man. We ain't even went into the woods yet, let alone come out on the other side. Because this devil is going to come down with great wrath, as it says in Revelation 12 and 12, because he knows he has but a short time. So, like I said, he's going to eventually, he'll be taken down. And he's going to have to pay, man, for the abuse of power, you know, because he has abused his power to the tilt, man, you know. I mean, this has been nothing but an absolute abuse of power. But that's what this devil does. He wants it all, and when he got it, it ain't enough. Because he's a greedy, sick, maniacal, twisted, psychotic son of a bitch, man. And that's who he is. Not to mention Peter, a pedophile, you know, Mose, and whatever else you can name. Anything wicked, that's him, you know. Again, he's abused his power, man. Yeah, you know, it was an old song by what was her name? I think it was Jill Carney. Don't let it go to your head, no. And Esau let it go to his head. I think it was Joan Carney, something like that. But yeah, he's abused his power and let it go to his head, man. So it's about to get worse, man. You know, just get ready for what's to come, man. Because what's coming down the pike is gonna be straight wickedness, man. Straight evil, brought to you by Esau Edom, who's devising wickedness on his bed when he goes to sleep at night, man. You know, while you sitting there watching, I don't know what the hell people watch. I don't really fool with TV no more. Watching your good movies or whatever. Esau's devising evil, man. He's plotting on your ass, man. So that was pretty much all I had on that. I just wanted to touch on that for a minute and pray that the hopefully leg be blessed. That the lesson was edifying, Salakia. So with that, man, I'll go ahead and end it right there and say Shalom.